Welcome, 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 my darling, for another episode of the Sacred Roots podcast. I am so happy that you are here with me today, that we are connecting through my podcast. And I can't promise you that I won't cry this time. I don't know if you've listened to last week's episode where I shared 3 very deep and personal experiences. And if you have, they completely caught me by surprise. I am still very connected to those energies and those experiences that I shared with you in that last episode because they feel so nourishing. So you'll have to listen to that one to feel the love of the divine reach you as well, because that was really the purpose of that episode, deep down. But today, August 1st, I want to uncover and unveil the mysteries of August 1st. This date holds a lot of power. And we're going to make this episode short, sweet, and practical because at the end of this episode, I have a few journaling questions for you so that you can harness the power of this August 1st, the wisdom, the energies that are present right now in nature and in your body and at a cosmological level. Because when you can tap into that wisdom and those powers, it really supports your alignment, your healing, and unlocking your highest potential, which is why I'm doing this. Really, it's to support you on that journey. So let's take a step back and first understand what August 1st is a part of and why it's important to celebrate this date, or at least to honor this date. So there's something called the Wheel of the Year. And the Wheel of the Year was really famous in the Celtic tradition, but it's actually like even older than that. Ancient Egyptians were also connected to, astronomy, cosmology, the movement of the stars, the sun, the moon. And they were celebrating also those 8 holy days, which became holidays, right? But at first they were holy days where people would stop the society life, pause for a day, and honor the sacredness of those days and the wisdom and the messages that were coming through. Because those 8 holy days were moments where the alignment of the stars, the earth, and the sun were allowing the veil to be much thinner. And so that would support communication between humans and the invisible. Those 8 holy days, those 8 festivals, were portals where we could receive guidance. And somehow, those 8 holy days are connected to the holidays that we are celebrating right now. Just like you have the winter equinox and Christmas on the 21st of December, on the 25th of December. Just like you have Easter that is around the spring equinox. And then you have Beltane, which is around May 1st, which is Labor Day. And then right now, August 1st is known as Lughnasadh. And you have on August 4th, the celebration of Mother Mary and the virgins around Jesus and all of that. But as you might have noticed, there's always a slight difference between those days. There's like 2-3 days of difference, sometimes more. This is actually done on purpose by the church. Unfortunately, this was done to take your attention away from those days of alignment, those days where the veils are really thin, so that the church would have power over your connection with the divine. Because the church, the way it was set up, was really for a way to be an intermediary. In the Christian faith, they tell you that you have to go to the priest to connect with the divine, that you have to go to the church to connect with the divine. The truth is that you can do it right now if you want to. Close your eyes, go within, and it's right there. And so that's the invitation today for August 1st. Close your eyes, go within, and connect with what is there. Because what is there right now, it's a very beautiful energy. The energy of August 1st is the we're getting to the end of a cycle. On the 21st of June was the summer solstice. That's when the masculine energy is at its peak and the feminine energy at its lower. The days are longer. The sun is blessing us with its light and light codes and warmth and nourishing the earth, fertilizing the earth, making sure that everything is growing beautifully, and the flowers, the trees, the food. And now it's time for us to harvest. We're going to start harvesting the rice, the foods, the flowers, everything that's been planted and grown by the earth and the sun. And so August and September are the two harvest months in agriculture. But that also means it's time for you to harvest all the things that you've been working on for those past months. And to start preparing yourself for the return of the feminine, for the return of the darkness, for the return of the months where you slow down, where you go more within, where you reflect, where you're more in tune with your emotions. And the winter season, which like the feminine season really starts at the fall equinox. So we have another half of a quarter before that feminine completely kicks in. But we can start to feel her energy come through. We're getting tired from all those months of like being go, go, go. And now is really the opportunity to set up structure and harvest everything that you can to prepare for the winter, to prepare for the feminine season that is coming in a few weeks. And so Lughnasadh is really a time of harvesting, being grateful for everything that you are receiving from the harvest, and to tap into your creativity, to keep giving, creating, honoring until the feminine seasons, fall and winter, arrive fully. And like I was sharing, August and September are really these 2 months of the harvest. And it's the harvest of the maiden. It's the celebration of Mother Mary. In ancient Egypt, the first week of August was also sacred to Goddess Isis. Goddess Isis was celebrated then. So there's a real energy of like the maiden and the mother that is present now. And that was immortalized in our astrology because September is really that celebration, and August, that honoring and celebration of the constellation Virgo. And so, of course, the word Virgo comes from the Virgin Mother Mary, except that we don't really understand what virgin means. We think it means pure. The true meaning of the word virgin actually means independent, sovereign, powerful. Goddess Isis was called the Virgin Isis. Goddess Hathor was described as well as the Virgin Hathor. And Mother Mary was a priestess. She was incredibly powerful. She birthed the Messiah. Do you think she was that pure, that innocent? Yes, she was, but her innocence and purity was her power. And so she was called the Virgin Mother Mary, but that word virgin has been tweaked by the church to take sexuality away from us, because our sexual power is our creative power. And if you want to dive into that more, you can listen to an episode that I did way back around Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary and sexuality, and how the church portrays the two women really from their sexuality. One, it's completely absent of her life. She's quote unquote a virgin. The other one, it's excessively present to the point that she's called a whore. It's like What's the problem with church and sexuality? They have a big problem with it, obviously, because they made it like you're not supposed to have sex before being married. Anyways, let's not get into that debate right now because it gets me heated. The point is that the word virgin is synonym of independence, sovereignty, power, harvest, creation. And it's connected to the archetypes of the maiden and the mother. And this is celebrated right now in August and September, and particularly right now with August 1st. That is kicking off this season of harvest, that is kicking off this season of thanking the earth for everything that she gives us. Her power, the power of the earth that is giving us so much, which also means our power as women, our creative power, our life giving abilities. And not just in the sense of giving life to a baby, but giving life to our life, creating the life that we desire, creating the businesses that we desire, creating podcasts, books, painting, songs, quality time, whatever it is that you create in your life, you're giving life to your life, if that makes sense. And so Lughnasadh is really about honoring and thanking the earth, the great mother and Mother Earth, for everything that you've been receiving and harvesting in the past month. And it's important to do it today and not on August 1st, when the church is celebrating Mother Mary, and on August 15th, that's the Ascension of Mother Mary, because then you have just missed that energetic alignment with the sun and the earth. And so grab your journal, grab your pen, because I have a few journaling questions for you to tap into the power that is present right now around you and within you, within your body, because your body is very aware of how the sun is moving. It's, you know, it's responding to the light every day. You know, when the sun sets, your body starts to create melatonin for you to sleep. Your third eye is very aware of the amount of light and sun that you are receiving every day. And so your body is aware that the light is slowly decreasing. And when you are in tune with your cycle, with the earth, with the cosmology, with the seasons, your body is activated by those energies. And so now with those journaling prompts, it's just about bringing your conscious awareness and connect it to your unconscious awareness, to your body that is already working in tune with those cycles, and creating a bridge between these two parts of you so that it can give you even more power, alignment, and clarity. So grab your journal, grab your pen, and let's go. The first question that I want to share with you is, what have you received this summer and in the past 6 months? Maybe you've received clarity. Maybe you've received guidance. Maybe you've received ideas that you're working on. What have you received from life this summer and the past 6 months? And how can you express your gratitude for that? And what else are you grateful for? So these first set of questions are really all about gratitude. What have you received? What are you grateful for? How can you express that gratitude? Maybe you want to put an offering on your altar. Put some corn, put some tobacco. These are very much connected to Goddess Isis. Put some roses for Mother Mary. Maybe you can just make a blend of your favorite tea and gift it to the invisible. That's one of my favorite practices. I often do that with Lapsang Souchong, which is the favorite tea of my grandmother, my paternal grandmother. And when I meditate and I want to call her wisdom in, I make her favorite tea and we share a cup of tea. She has it on the altar and I drink it. And sometimes she comes true and sometimes not. Then she can help me from the invisible. The second set of question is really all about that balance between the masculine and the feminine. How can you start tapping more into your feminine energy in the next weeks? Because she's going to come through more and more. How can you create support, containers, structures for your feminine to thrive in the next months? Nature is intuitively guiding us to do that. Because what is the harvest for? It's for us to eat in the winter when not as many things are growing. Kind of nothing is growing, depending where you are on the planet. But on the northern hemisphere, there's not so much growing in the winter, right? It's more wet and snowy, and it feels like everything is dying. It's actually rebirthing, but we'll talk about that in the winter when I do an episode on Samhain and the winter solstice, etc. So nature, with this harvest that is happening now, is actually inviting you to also create the structure. How can you stock and set up a structure for your feminine to thrive in the winter, in the fall? So maybe that is creating space for you to slow down, creating space for you to connect with your intuition, because your feminine energy is all about slowing down, reflecting, resting, like taking the time to write these questions down, turn on a candle, put on some music, maybe some incense, and journal on these questions. That is your feminine energy. And consciously carving time in your calendar to do that, that is your masculine that is bringing structure so that you can honor your feminine. So the sun and the energies right now are asking you to consciously carve space in your calendar for your feminine to come in, for your feminine to be nourished, for you to be reflective, for you to go within, for you to slow down, for you to connect with yourself, to connect with your soul, to connect with your vision, to connect with what you want to create. What structures, what containers, what decisions do you need to make? What things do you need to commit to so that your feminine can thrive in the next months? And then finally, the last set of questions is all about the wisdom of the sun, solar mysteries, because the sun is giving freely. It's coming up every single day, generously, without asking anything from you in return. So, what are you here to give freely to others? What do you feel called to give to others for the next weeks before you retract, before you slow down, before you take care of yourself when the feminine comes back? This is a last push until the fall equinox, until the 21st of September, which is actually the date where we start the Sacred Roots Mystery School. And this is not a coincidence. If you want to dive more into that, we'll have a 3-day journey in the middle of September as well. Stay tuned for that. But now it's really key to give a last push until the 21st of September. Keep giving, keep serving, keep nourishing, nurturing others. Because this is what the sun is inviting you to do by his example. And it's inviting you to ask yourself as well, what do you love to do? And would you do even if you weren't paid to do it? I love doing these podcasts for you. I love sharing my experiences, my wisdom, my teachings through the channel of this podcast. And technically, I'm not paid for it. Potentially, it's going to reach your hearts and we might work together, but I'm not paid for this. And I'm still doing it because I love it. So when you follow the path of love and what gives you joy, you give freely. And because of the law of exchange, giving and receiving, you receive in exchange. So, what is it that you love to do? And that even if you weren't paid, you would do? And how can you do more of that? This is a third set of questions for you to connect with the solar energy, the masculine energy that's inside of you, that is really here to serve, to show up, to give, to impact others. I'm really excited for you to journey with those questions because they are incredibly powerful. And I would like to close this podcast by inviting you to join me next week at the Lionsgate private event that I am doing. Because on the 8th of August, 8/8, 8 is the symbol of infinity. So we have a double infinity symbol there on the 8/8 that is known as the Lionsgate portal. It's a powerful portal, another portal that is happening in the month of August, where the alignment of the Earth, the Sun, the Sirius star, which is the brightest star in the sky, and the Orion constellation, powerhouse, 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 are getting in a special alignment. And again, making the veil between the spiritual and the material very thin. It's an opportunity for us to create, to connect with our vision, to quantum leap, to connect with love. Because Leo is really bringing in that love, that solar love into our lives. And so I am hosting a private event for those that are on the wait list of the Sacred Roots Mystery School. So if you have loved what you've learned here today and you're feeling called to dive more into ancient mysteries, into those cosmic portals, into understanding the connection between ancient Egypt and the Lion's Gate, and you want to harness this manifestation power that is coming your way on the infinite day of the 8/8, then sign up to the waitlist of the Sacred Roots Mystery School, because you'll receive an invitation for this private event that is reserved exclusively to the waitlist. This is going to be a super fun event and a small bite of what it's like to work with me, explore the mysteries with me. So if you're curious about the mysteries, and if you want to have more manifestations come through and harness the creative power of this portal, just join us. It's free. All you need to do is join the waitlist of the Mystery School. And if you feel called to dive deeper into the mysteries with me, you'll get the opportunity to join with an early bird as well after the event that is only reserved to the waitlist. After that, you can join the Mystery School in September, but it will be at another price. So it's definitely worth checking it out. And then if you feel called, trust the call of your soul, because I am so excited for that event. It's going to be so much fun. And yeah, I cannot wait to see you there. Thank you so much for inviting me in your private space today. Take these questions seriously, because really don't underestimate the power of the journaling questions I shared with you. They are really potent and they can really bring you powerful insights in your life and have a big ripple effect on the rest of your year. So much love, and I will see you in next week's episode. Bye-bye.